important character.
Leonardo DiCaprio, he's made a bunch of good movies. He has one coming out, and I feel like it's just been miscast. Did we talk about this last night? I forget, but
no, we didn't. We haven't asked any of these questions.
Maybe in private. So he has a movie coming out, and people are excited about it. And I'm gonna go see it because usually if he's in a film, it's good.
What's the title?
The Revenant.
The Revenant.
Revenant.
So essentially, he plays a guy, and this is all available in the trailers. Who's mauled by a bear. The people he's around have mixed loyalty to him. Some are very loyal, some are not, and they bury him alive for dead. You know, thinking that he's dead, but he
Kill his son.
They kill his son.
Okay. Yeah, they said he took his son from him.
Yeah,
and I didn't.
Killed him.
Yeah, see, I always need these things spelled out for me. They took my son from me, and I'm like, and now I'm gonna go get him. Right? That's the whole.
Where is he hiding?
But there was even a scene in there today. We watched the trailer. He's holding his dead son.
Yeah. And you see the bad guy So you see the bad guy try to kill DiCaprio in his injured state. The son tries to defend him, points a rifle, calls for help. Bad guy stabs the son. Then you get DiCaprio's reaction, like, no! Then he drags him into the hole. He's like, they took away my son. He was all I had. So, yeah, kills the son.
It's a story of vengeance.
Yeah, I didn't see the actual puncture wound. That would have cleared it up for me. But anyway.
No reading between the lines.
No subtle clues. Right?
Yeah. So they kill his son. They leave him for dead, buried alive. He manages to find his way out, and now he's going to go seek vengeance. That's what we know of the movie so far. The thing is, it's clearly meant to be played by a big, burly mountain of a man, right? A guy who could fight off a bear, a guy who could win a fist fight with 2 or 3 men. You know, who's the guy with the coonskin cap?
Seems like Davy Crockett.
Davy
but
Crockett.
Most of those actors seem to be terrible. Like, just watch the Unkillables or whatever the fuck that stupid series is. Expendables.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Stallone and whatever. Like, every scene of that movie is just bad. Like, you just wait for the action scenes because there's not a single one of those burly people / MMA fighters that they drag in who can deliver a line worth of shit. It's just uncomfortable the whole time.
Taylor,
like, they need someone.
No one at your house is on Netflix or anything, are they?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm the only one using the internet. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It just occurred to me. I thought I had a solution. But all right, I'll get
Hugh
you.
Jackman.
I don't want The Rock to be the guy, but Hugh Jackman maybe. Like, he's actually the guy that I had in my head too. It seems like you could dress him up as a mountain man, you know, or someone we don't
he's
know.
He's done it like 1,000 times. So
really, I only see him as
Hugh
Wolverine.
Jackman plays a lumberjack, or he played a lumberjack in the X-Men series when he goes away.
Or maybe like Lee Schreiber.
I don't know
think
him.
DiCaprio fits that role. I think isn't it a Martin Scorsese film?
I don't know. But DiCaprio is a Wall Street trader. He's a computer programmer. He's an office jockey. I can accept him as a limo driver, right? Like, DiCaprio is a sedentary fuck. If he wanted to like really transform his body Christian Bale style for this role, I'd give it a go. But I'm not seeing that at all. He still looks 15 pounds overweight, which
very doughy.
A lot of people are, you know, like you don't see DiCaprio on the street and say, there's that fat guy, but you sure as fuck don't see him and say, that's a mountain man. He's the opposite of a mountain man. I he's just weak as fuck, and it was bad casting.
Yeah,
they could actually probably went out and got a mountain man. It's more Scorsese. He's in everything Martin Scorsese does.
I guess
Is
so.
Scorsese making this? Scorsese's not making this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sure.
DiCaprio, no Oscar for you. Let's give the Oscar to someone who'll actually hit the gym for a role.
He deserves an Oscar for either Shutter Island
I don't think
Django.
one
of those.
He wasn't nominated for Django.
I know, but that was our question.
Django should have been an Oscar-worthy role, though. He was really good in Django.
Really? Django wasn't about DiCaprio to me.
Doesn't matter. It's not. That's not the question. It's
that's a best supporting actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Shutter Island? Did you like him in that?
I didn't like Shutter Island.
I stand by what I said. Like, Django was not made any better by DiCaprio. He didn't steal his scenes.
DiCaprio made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had this nice vilified character right there.
DiCaprio was better than Jamie Foxx in that movie.
Yeah.
Maybe, but that movie to me was about who's the guy that that's who I'm probably thinking of, the white guy.
Yeah.
The German guy. Yeah, that guy. He might have been Austrian, but anyway, that guy was amazing. That he made that show, and Jamie Foxx did a good job too. And DiCaprio, I hardly remember his roles.
Oh my God, no!
I
He's
remember
so
it more
important to that
than
movie.
Jamie Foxx, because Jamie Foxx's character, like,
Jamie
it's not
Foxx
his fault.
played
He
Jamie
played it fine.
Foxx.
It was just one-dimensional.
He played Jamie Foxx, is what he did in that movie.
Yeah, I didn't think DiCaprio was as
I've
big
seen
a
him
deal
have
as
deeper
everyone
roles.
else says.
When he smashes his hand on the glass,
Glass
he's
and
eating
breaks
real
it.
Oh my
blood,
God,
and he
most
doesn't fucking play
overrated
character,
scene in
keeps
movie
going.
history. Yeah.
You say it's overrated, but who else is it?
Oh, I've seen so much. Like, oh, it wasn't supposed to be blood. Oh my God, can you believe how brilliant he is? Yes.
Really, to stay in the scene
He
after
didn't
cutting your whole
win an
hand
Oscar
up?
for Titanic.
Anybody
they gave a
would have
billion
done
of those
that.
things
He's
away.
never. Anyone could have. Come on, you're giving no credit to someone who's very skilled at what they do.
I'm gonna go back
not,
to this.
that's
I'm gonna
not
go
true,
back to this.
Chiz. I'm just saying I haven't seen an Oscar performance out of it. So
Have you
Wolf
seen
of
The
Wall
Aviator?
Street, I thought was really good. Yeah, I saw The Aviator.
Aviator.
Wolf of Wall Street was pretty good.
The problem is he
Wolf of
goes
Wall
up
Street was
against
pretty good.
his movie. Always goes up against a crazy year of movies.
Jamie Foxx beat him when it was up for The Aviator. Jamie Foxx won for Ray, and
Yeah.
that was the year I think that DiCaprio should have.
He got shitted on that. Ray sucked.
Ray was good,
Ray was
but
good.
DiCaprio was better in Aviator. Two biopics, I thought.
Might be
The
right.
Aviator-
Yeah, DiCaprio was pretty good in Aviator. I like that. I didn't love The Aviator, but I did think his performance was fantastic. Yeah, but I don't know. He was pretty good in Wolf of Wall Street, DiCaprio.
Oh, he's very
What
He
good.
I
was
found. I
great
found your year's
in Wolf of Wall
salary.
Street.
Where'd this come from?
What's this?
What I found. I found your year's salary. Look where'd this come from?
Yeah, that had good writing in it too. That's one of the things that I like most about DiCaprio. It's not all he does a good job in his roles, but if I see DiCaprio has chosen a movie, he probably did a great job at it. Like, it's probably going to be a very good movie. You know, Tom Hanks was one where I put in the same category for a long time. If Tom Hanks chose to do a movie, I bet that was going to be good. He's turning down bad roles. He's chewing.
Did Tom Hanks ever do a bad movie?
I was gonna say, can you name 5 bad Tom Hanks movies?
I ain't
Five?
got
Bad
that. You name
hard.
one.
I didn't like Polar Express.
I didn't like
But that wasn't a
one
live
where
action.
I didn't like the one where he was stuck in a terminal. Was it called?
Uh,
Tim?
It was
It's
called
called
Terminal.
The Terminal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
thought that one was just okay.
It's okay. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not bad.
So
It has
Polar
a lot of-
Express, Terminal.
He
I
did
kinda
that
liked
spin-off Toy
Terminal.
Story movie. Toy Story Lost in Time.
Well, I'm talking live action movies here. We're not gonna.
I don't
count
know why
those.
you only
brother.
count those.
I think his brother does.
You're gone, Kyle. Can't hear you.
You're back. You're back.
No, can't hear you. Shake your mic.
There we go.
Yep.
You said something about Tom Hanks' brother?
Tom Hanks' brother does the voice in those like second tier movies. I think.
Oh, I just remembered some mediocre movies.
Yeah.
He did
I
those,
haven't seen the Da Vinci
Those
Code,
Dan Brown movies.
but I've heard the Da Vinci Code was
Dan
kind
Brown
of
book
mediocre.
movies.
Well, I don't know if you consider this, but he did. God, what was that shit called? The Dungeons and Dragons movies.
I
No idea.
Mazes and Monsters. Mazes and Monsters. He did that. That was his first movie, and that one was kind of terrible.
see.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
producer.
overall, most of his movies are really good.
I've got a picture here of this Todd Glass guy, or this Hugh Glass guy, the guy who actually did the thing. So you can see how big he is. I don't know.
Who
Let's
did
see.
He looks a
everything?
little doughy. I'm sending it on. I'm getting there.
Is this the
I gotta-
actual guy?
He's
that
a
the
slow
movie
copy
based
paste
off
for
of?
people.
You say that every time. It takes
How
3
about that
seconds.
link that I sent?
Kyle,
That-
Control C, Control V. Is that quick?
You use your mouse, don't you?
I'm having to use a laptop to make this happen. So, and I don't have the laptop. The laptop's going to a monitor over here, so I've got
This
complications.
guy isn't doughy. He's just got a mid 1850s bod.
No, this guy. Yeah, this guy is fat,
He's not
And-
blonde though.
and he's not a burly mountain man.
Look at the link I gave
What did I
before of
just
Liev
click
Schreiber.
on?
He would be perfect for that role. And he's a good actor. I like him.
He's done that role a bunch though.
So what? He's track record.
But
Proven.
I feel like this guy isn't supposed to be a burly mountain man. Like, otherwise they would have done a better job casting. I think.
Mm.
Daughter of. I mean, look at this guy. First of all, I'm trying to read through his stuff right now. He's a businessman, a brilliant organizer.
Well, then maybe
He
you're right.
manipulated men who made the law. Like, this was not a mountain man.
Okay. In the trailers, he comes off as one. I didn't know that he was.
Well, I think he was just out hunting with some people or something like
I
that.
thought he was like a
That was a mountain
trailblazer. He was a mountain
Well,
man.
he's
you're
not a
saying.
burly
Yeah,
man.
What I linked you to describes him very well.
Well, can you give us a cliff note? Because there's like 12 paragraphs, and I read what I found.
All right.
About he was a businessman and a brilliant organizer, detailed
Well,
law.
I mean, he lived a long life. I think he lived 53 years or something like that. That's what one of these says, but I can't tell if that's
farmer, a station agent and merchant.
If he's a farmer, he would have been really burly. It's true.
He did stock dealing.
Here, I got it.
Back then, when you needed no expertise, you just walk in and start doing jobs. I trade stock.
This guy did like
how do you trade
7
stock?
things.
Well, I can read. You know.
Okay, so now early 19th century America was awesome because you could be hired by the government to do what was called a mountain man, which was essentially the official way of saying professional badass. Basically, a mountain man would get hired on by an expedition to scout out territory, kill bears, play the banjo, and give people the evil eye. Well, that's what Hugh Glass did for a living. He was an Irishman, raised by Pawnee Indians who wandered the countryside, lending his services to various expeditions, and required a crazy bastard capable of busting bears' heads together, collecting furs, frightening the city folk, and being a hard ass. In 1822, Hugh Glass signed on to go on a fur hunting expedition into the northern Missouri River area. One day while he was out alone hunting for food, he was surprise attacked by a big-ass angry grizzly bear. The bear knocked his rifle out of his hands, body slammed him Bill Goldberg style, and started clawing the shit out of him. Since he was a hard ass, Davy Crockett motherfucker though, Glass just started punching the thing back and hacking at it with his big-ass mountain man combat knife. There was a huge battle, and when his friends finally got there to see what was going on, they found a half-conscious Glass pinned down underneath the body of a big dead bear. And it goes on from there. He had to crawl. He resets his own leg, lets maggots from a rotten log eat the flesh to prevent infection. He had cuts on his back so severe you could see the ribs through them, and he got left behind, buried alive, and he ended up crawling. This is probably one of the most badass survival stories I've ever heard. The guy's half dead, he can't even walk, and he manages to make it 200 miles through the treacherous American wilderness to safety.
This is just an 1850s
So there's no vengeance in this story?
exaggeration story.
Not
There's
only
no
that,
way any
but
of this happened the way they're saying. You don't
Not
get
only
the
that,
shit
but
clawed
once
out of
he's
you by a
recovered-
bear.
Once you've recovered, he hunts down the 2 guys who took his gear and left him for dead.
So
That
this
could've
is I
been-
spit on your grave kind of shit.
Yeah.
Regardless, you've all seen what he looks like from the photography.
You know, I didn't want to see this movie coming into this podcast.
He's not a
but I kind of
burly
want to see
man.
it now.
But
Yeah.
from
I had
what
nothing
Kyle
wrong with the
describes,
casting.
I don't see Leonardo DiCaprio as the casting.
But you see the picture of this guy. Like, this is what he looks like. He doesn't look anything
Why not
like
actually
what
get a real Irish
Kyle
man?
just read this story. I'm picturing Hugh Jackman all grizzled up with like tons of facial hair. But this is the picture of the guy. Just because he
But-
lived this amazing life and
It
did
really
these things.
depends on which
He's
picture you
defending
look
it.
at.
I know like there's nothing
Here.
for scale in this picture. He
Here,
makes that
take a
chair
look.
look like it's a
Yeah,
kid's.
take a look at this picture. This is, I mean, here he looks like the scariest mountain man ever. So it really doesn't matter what he looks like to me. I think DiCaprio is a strong enough actor. He could put on blackface and probably convince me if he wanted to. So
Well,
I'm good
I
with
hope
the
I'm
choice.
wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
You
don't
got
hate.
Tom Hardy as the bad guy. I'm more excited about that.
Yeah.
I actually like
Tom Hardy.
DiCaprio, and I keep saying if I see him in a movie, it's probably a good one. I just don't see him cast as a mountain man, a professional mountain man who beats up grizzly bears. I believe DiCaprio runs from raccoons.
He very well may. I would run from a raccoon. They're feisty little fucks. They'll scratch you.
You don't have your flamethrower handy. You'll tussle.
Yeah. You don't want to get in a fight with a raccoon. A little animal that's going to be biting you with its rabies mouth, tearing little scratches all over you. You're going to take a few before you put down a
Oh.
raccoon.